Yo, let me be a bro and bro fill you in.
Hanako closes her books and leaves too. No.
Welcome back, little bro. Let's bro chill.
So thanks to Emmy's flaky logic, here I am again collecting stuff from the art classroom for other people. The room is quite apart from ourselves and the lonely specks of dust floating in the air. Emmy skips straight away to the back wall, digging out a tiny, crumpled piece of paper from her pocket. While she tries to make sense of the scrawled handwriting, I take a closer look at the materials laying around here. Dozens of paint cans and bottles are arranged on the shelves in a most unorganized fashion. Some look like they have been left there for several decades, relics of a previous art club generation. Next to the heavy stacks of neatly piled drawing paper are boxes full of different sized brushes and assorted crayons. The smell of paint, turpentine, and fresh paper float in the stale air, mixing in my nostrils to form that unmistakable scent of art. Emmy studies her notes, comparing them to markings on the various paint cans, and passes them to me as she finds the correct matches. She stretches her neck to look at the topmost shelf, but it's not quite enough. Her eye level stays below the shelf no matter what she does. Emmy gives up and just looks up to the shelf longingly, like a child at a toy store, huffing in annoyance. After a moment of building anger, she starts jumping up and down, apparently trying to speed read the labels during the fraction of a second she can see them, and catch what she can. It's no surprise that she fails miserably and almost manages to bring the entire shelf crashing down. Now I see why me lending a hand here would be useful. You wait until she does this before you help her? Come on, let me do that. You can't jump high enough, and I don't want you to hurt yourself trying. Also, I'm like twice your height. Oh my god, you are a dick. We are dicks. We are assholes. That's it.
You are not.
She turns around, flaring scorn, flushed cheeks and all. Just kidding, just kidding. Anyway, I'll look up there, okay? She glares at me one more time, but I can't come up with a retort. With a grudging, she turns her back to me. So I begin scrounging around the top shelf for paint while Emmy crouches to scavenge what she can from the cupboards. I shake my head a little after double checking to ensure she can't see me do so. Emmy having a complex about her height was a surprise. I wouldn't have joked about it otherwise. She seems easygoing, but I guess everyone has their weak points. Only after we had almost all the items collected and spread out on the desk, like a treasure hunter spoil, do I realize that it wasn't necessarily the height jab that got her riled up. She might not like to be told that she can't do something, like jump. But Emmy herself seems to have forgotten all about it already. Quick to anger, quick to forgive. Is she that type of person? At least she doesn't seem to have taken anything to heart, as she chatters away happily while we pick up the rest of the items and then make our way back to Rin. I chivalrously carry the bulk of materials as we make our way toward the dormitories.
Rin is really stressed about getting her painting done. It's her own fault, though. She should have started earlier.
Is she going to make it?
No idea. Looks good to me, but with Rin, you never know what's going on. I found her this morning lying in front of the dorm in fetal position. She hadn't slept all night. I can't believe that the night nurses hadn't found her. And now she's painting again like crazy.
Yeah, I've noticed that she comes off as kinda unhinged, so to speak. Emmy giggles at that, as well as my likely too obvious awkwardness.
I don't mind it. She's just a little weird sometimes.
On that I can agree with her. Unlike me, Emmy seems to be cool with Rin's whatever it is that feels off about her. Still, they don't feel close like Misha or Shizune do, but with working as a single entity sometimes, it's hard to say where one ends and the other begins, even though they're so different, just like Emmy and Rin are. And Rin is the most different of them all, different from anyone else I've ever met. Yeah, I guess she's a very unique person. I return to the word again, as if to encompass Rin's personality by itself, but really it's just a substitute for a lengthy description of her oddities. Emmy giggles as I grasp about for a properly descriptive word.
She's just weird.
She just comes out straight up.
You know, earlier she just spent half an hour sitting on her box and stared at her toes.
She giggles again in a way that makes me think she doesn't know what's funny about it. It just is.
All that time.
The working area is a mess, but the mural itself has taken even more of the wall since I last saw it. Hey, look, there's actually color in there now too.
Yeah, and a weird-ass face.
That's so weird. The art in the school. The disfigured human figures have been mostly colored in tones of red, pink, and orange. Weird. Imaginary things populating the spaces between. It looks nice. I can't think of any word that would describe the work concisely and comprehensively, so I settle myself into a non-descriptive nice. But honestly, it seems that the area around the wall becomes untidier at the same rate as the mural progresses. The ground is the ground is littered with dozens of paint cans, various art supplies, and empty soda boxes. Boxes. Rin herself is in the corner of this chaos, standing there looking very cozy, as if she was a natural part of the scene. Her pant legs have been rolled up to the knees, exposing her thin legs, which sport a drying spectrum of war paintings, similar to those on Emmy's face. Emmy sprints to Rin ahead of me and gleefully jumps in front of her.
I'm back. That was fast. Did you run in the corridors again? Hisao helped me.
Emmy points victoriously at me. Rin turns around, following Emmy's finger with her eyes, looking at my general direction. She nods absent-mindedly at me. She looks like she hasn't slept since last night. A vacant, glazed stare that's focused slightly off me, and movements like in a slow-motion movie.
Hello, Hisao. Thank you for the help.
Don't mention it.
I just did.
Never mind. Looks like you made progress, though. Looking good, as far as I can tell.
But now you get more bad luck.
I know, but I'm willing to take that risk.
It's a very nice thing to say. For me, of course, not for you. This is why artists are always unlucky. They have to constantly look at their unfinished paintings. So artists can't find romance, their favorite TV shows are cancelled, or they die young because of an unspecified disease. It's a deep and mysterious law of the universe. Unless they're blind.
She considers this for a while, looking like she's going to fall asleep.
There's a boy. At the art club, you see. Blind boy, so he doesn't see. He should become an artist. No bad luck, guaranteed. Don't you think that'd be a good idea?
That only blind people should become artists? No, not as such.
You might have a point.
Abandoning this train of thought, she turns again to consider her work and starts humming a tune that I think I recognize, but can't remember the name of. Emmy arranges the supply we brought and moves a few paint cans around, trying to bring some organization to the scene.
Emmy, I need the Prussian blue paint. Which one's Prussian blue?
She is staring helplessly at 7 or 8 cans, each with a different tone of blue.
It's the one with Prussian blue paint in it. Jesus.
God damn it, Rin.
Jeez, Rin. You're not helping at all.
I look around as well, even though I don't know what Prussian, yeah, it's Prussian, right? Yeah, Prussian blue look like, either. I wonder what blue has to do with Prussia, or what Prussia even is. The name sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't place it. While none of the blue looks more Prussian than the others, the small print on the labels is legible enough to determine that none say anything about the contents being Prussian. There is no Prussian blue here.
We need to go get more then.
I opened my mouth to say that actually we're not both needed for such a simple task like finding another pot of Prussian blue, but Emmy's already grabbed my arm and started dragging me off. I waved to Rin, who doesn't seem to have noticed the two of us are even leaving. Does she like us? Or is it
Does
just
Emmy?
is it just her attitude?
I...
Maybe she's like the easy girl. Not to say that's a bad thing.
She's like the Gianna.
Yeah, she just loves everything. She's just
Touch all the butts.
well.
I don't know. I think she likes us because we're nice. And I think we get along with her. And she's also friggin' adorable.
And she's also still probably pretty sorry about the whole issue, even though it's like half
Yeah.
her fault.
Well, I think she's she likes that we went for it.
Yeah, because she was complaining about the track team not even coming out to morning practice.
Yeah, so I'm
Right.
sure that she like appreciates our effort, but she also feels bad because we kind of like screwed ourselves doing it.
Yeah. Well, she'll notice when she goes for the Prussian blue and finds out it's not there. Maybe. Probably not, actually. Well, I'm busy thinking of how weird Rin is. Emmy's been dragging me back to the art classroom. I feel myself starting to run out of breath. What's the rush?
Huh?
Emmy's giving me an appraising look, as if she's trying to figure something out. It's just that you seem to be in a hurry. I'm not sure I can keep up. Comprehension dawns on her face.
You're not out of breath, are you?
There's almost an accusing playfulness to her tone. I'm tempted to deny it, but then I realize I've been breathing heavy since we stopped. Guess it's kind of obvious. A little. Not everyone can be in shape, you know. It takes all kinds, right? Emmy frowns. It's not a particularly good frown. That is... I should get in shape? Not that I haven't already decided to try for that. After that flutter on the track, I figure there's a real need to get in some sort of running habit. I was, after all, feeling pretty good until I had my false alarm. Well, actually I wasn't, but it was fun? Meanwhile, my commitment seems to have helped me
Comment.
Oh, commitment. Wow. Sorry, I read too fast for my own good. Meanwhile, my comment seems to have helped Emmy come to some sort of a decision.
Well, that's it then.
She gives me a serious look.
You're joining me.
I beg your pardon?
In the mornings. You and I are now running partners. I've got a routine all planned out. In fact,
She produces a crumpled sheet of paper.
I've got it right here with me.
I take the sheet of paper and give it a once-over. Times, dates, and laps all laid out. A slow increase from just a few laps a day to... My god, does she expect to have me running marathons? And where did she find the time to get all this together? And how long has she been planning this anyway? You've been planning this?
Aw.
Oh, well. But it's really the nurse's idea. He told me to keep an eye on you and make sure you exercise like he told you to.
A vast conspiracy. Maybe Kenji's onto something here.
Oh god, no. Do not resort to that.
You say, oh no, stop. Stop right now. This seems a bit much for just keeping an eye on me.
Well, to be honest, I've been trying to find a running partner in the mornings for a while now.
My god, Kenji, if you could only see the scheme unfolding.
Oh my god, stop. Do not welcome these ideas. Oh god, we're getting so stupid. We can't be falling for it. No.
We just need a girlfriend. That's it. We just need a girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's it. It'll be...
Okay, let's
What-
get one.
What do you need a partner for anyway?
It's easier to keep up a workout if you're not the only one doing it. Isn't that obvious? You're less likely to quit if someone else is counting on you to be there, right?
I see. And this won't only keep you running, but it'll make sure that I keep running as well? Meaning that I'll be obeying the nurse.
And I'll be keeping an eye on you just like he asked. You caught on quick, Hisao.
And if I refuse? I have no intentions of refusing, of course. But I've got to at least put up a token resistance to such a masterfully executed plan.
Well, if you refused, I'd have to pact. And you'd have to live with being the guy who made Emi Ibarazaki pout. You don't want that on your conscience, do you?
As if to demonstrate Emmy Vickens pouting. Oh my god. This is the most adorable, heart-wrenching thing I've ever seen. She is just way too goddamn cute. Oh. Okay, I'll do it. Just don't do that. Stop. Stop that. Stop it. I feel like I just hit a puppy.
So it's settled, right? You're gonna be my running partner. Follow the workout and the dietary plan.
The dietary plan?
Yeah, the dietary plan. You've gotta eat healthy if you're gonna get in shape, you know.
I examined the workout routine closely. I didn't see a diet plan on here. Dietary plan on here.
Oh, right, I forgot to give that to you.
Another crumpled sheet of paper is produced and handed over. It's somewhat less detailed.
I had the nurse help me come up with it.
The amount of dedication that the nurse has to be keeping... the amount of dedication that the nurse has to keeping me in good health is pretty overwhelming. I didn't know many school nurses would get one of their students to spy on me, much less help me come up with a dietary plan. Then again, I guess I'm not in a normal school, and maybe that's not such a bad thing. Then again, this dietary plan seems to cut out just about everything that'll be offered at the festival tomorrow. So when does our running start?
After the festival.
Oh, thank God. Right after? What if I've had something to eat there? I could get a stomach ache, you know?
I meant the day after the festival.
I knew that. Wasn't there something we were supposed to be doing? Oh, I guess we should get that paint for Rin, huh?
Oh no, it slipped my mind.
Rin's there and she doesn't even notice.
She's like sleeping.
By the time we get back...
Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, Rin has already wandered off. Oh well. Emmy and I both decide to part ways there, leaving the paint on the ground. Rin will find it, whenever she comes back anyway.
Oh my god, they're roommates.
Festival's tomorrow. I'm actually a little excited for it. At the same time, the weeks left me feeling pretty tired, so I read a little and then go to bed. And a save.
God damn, and we're still in the first act too.
Oh, this is so loud. The next day, I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since it's Sunday and there are no classes. Not just a Sunday though, but the festival as well. From my window, I can already see some people at the soba booth slinging noodles into plates for people with a craving for low-quality food. I throw back a handful of my morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. There will be a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider those as ominous as others, so I'm not as worried about them as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Finishing my morning routine, I exit into the hallway intending to go out and find something to eat.
Oh god.
Passing by his door, I decide to see what Kenji's up to today, out of impulse. I'm curious if he has any plans, since everyone is doing something. Then again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room, or possibly something like a fort, complete with "No Girls Allowed" sign, and with the girls crossed out and body crudely scrawled underneath it. Nobody. Hold on. Knocking on his door, which is luckily devoid of any kind of sign, I hear again the uncertain clicking of at least 10 locks being pulled back. The door opens up a crack.
Who is it?
You're supposed to ask that before you open the door.
Oh, it's you. Damn, it's early.
It's not really that early.
What is it, man?
You have my money? Where's my money?
Where my money at?
Where's my money?
Nothing. Was just gonna ask what you're gonna do today. Half the school is out there already.
Oh,
Jesus.
Whoa, there, calm there, down, buddy, calm down, calm down.
where? Why?
Oh, what?
What? Is today special? Why are they there? Who are? I can hear them. It's loud. Don't tell me. Has the invasion begun?
He suddenly looks more alarmed.
What day is it, man?
Yeah, I guess you can't see the big wooden booths outside and people selling stuff.
What the hell are you talking about? I have my curtains closed at all times to thwart the snipers.
Oh my god.
Jeez. It's getting better.
It's the festival. You know that, right?
Oh shit, that's today? Damn it. I can't believe I forgot. I don't have my fort finished yet. This is bad.
He was building a fort.
This is gonna be a very bad day. It's good you told me this, man. This is gonna be a bad day.
I'm gonna punch myself for asking, but why?
Oh man, they're gonna be everywhere. The people outside my window socializing.
Kenji rubs his temples nervously, suddenly looking very ill.
It's gonna be loud as hell. Damn, and I was gonna go out today, but now it's ruined. Everything is ruined. This is awful. This sucks. What the hell? This really sucks. I can't go anywhere now. There's nowhere to run.
Kenji seems nervous. You could even say he's majorly freaking out.
I can't believe this. So that's what today was. Damn, and I couldn't even prepare for it. I couldn't even brace myself. And now that it's here, I can't do anything. You should have told me this earlier, dude. I mean, at least I know, but I could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished.
Sorry, I thought you knew. So I guess you're not going to do anything today? The weather is even good. Yesterday was really windy, so I thought today would be cold. It's not though, so there's no reason to just stay inside. Yeah, you should check the festival out. Kenji groans and covers his face with his hands.
No, I can't do it. They'll eat me alive out there, I know it.
This has to be a joke, but he said it with such a straight face. Well, relatively straight.
What are you gonna do? We should hang out in here. You can help me build my fort. We might still make it if we work together.
I wonder. I'm kinda hungry, but I made this deal that I tried to take better care of myself. Be healthier, you know? Don't know if I should steer clear of the takoyaki or head straight in.
Deal? Sounds ominous. So what are you getting in return?
Not a heart attack? Nothing, I guess. It's not that kind of deal. You know, Emmy, from our year, we kinda agreed to watch each other's backs and... What?
What's wrong with this dude?
The shrill scream and the expression of abject terror in Kenji's face chill my blood. It's as if I told the Catholic priest I sold my soul to the devil.
You sold your soul to the devil and didn't get anything in return. What the hell is wrong with you, man? Do you know who you're dealing with? She's a public health danger. You know how many people she sends to the hospital monthly with her carefully placed flying tackles? She's one of them, a key player in the vast conspiracy that aims for the complete submission of everything that is manly. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I trusted in your judgment, man. I thought we were brothers. You have to call it off before it's too late. The festival, too. It's just one of their ploys.
His finger He fingers his scarf nervously, faster and faster, like he's starting to start a fire, then slowly begins to calm down once the panic attack finished running its course.
I'm gonna have to find some place to hide in. A safe haven. And then knock the lights out of myself so I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Whoa.
I almost feel like he's like schizo, or
Yeah, there's something wrong upstairs.
yeah, I
He's
feel
not
like
just fine.
that's his disability.
Don't go to the festival.
Okay.
Later, dude.
The door slowly closes with a low creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. It's kinda unsettling, and now I start to feel doubtful myself. Should I bother going? I've got a book I've been meaning to read. Something about an underground postal system that may or may not exist. It's short too. I could have it finished in a day. But would that be a good way to spend my time? Yeah, well, yeah, it definitely would be. But I suppose that it would probably be a better idea to head outside, see the festival, try to integrate with all the other slideshow acts, maybe. Honestly, I should at least make an attempt to keep up with somewhat friendly personalities I've had the past week. Maybe get something to eat, my stomach suggests. It's almost lunchtime. I could at least grab something from one of the stalls outside. I'm soon outside, surrounded by various students and people who may or may not be their parents. Every so often I catch a glimpse of someone who clearly just came up from town for the promise of a festival. They're easy to spot. The ones who can't stop staring, and behind their eyes you can tell they're thinking, now, what's wrong with this one? I almost want to yell at them, but at the same time, can I deny that I've been doing the same thing all week? A wave of something like disgust sweeps over me, guilt for my own narrow-mindedness. I push the thoughts aside, concentrating on the pangs of hunger that burn my gut like wildfire. The scent of something fried leads me to the promised land, where I can get some lunch. That looks actually really good.
My stomach is like, meh.
I'm just getting my order when a loud voice interrupts me. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Sorry, I clicked next already.
Oh god.
Who do you think it is?
Oh, I was gonna guess Misha, of course, but
I thought it was Misha at first, but
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
having lunch?
Breakfast. You mean you just got up?
Suddenly, sleeping all morning feels like a crime. No, I meant lunch. Hontoni. She's not buying it. But brunch?
That's not a healthy breakfast at all.
She snatches my food out of my hand and glares at me. What the hell is this girl doing? Hey, that's my breakfast. Ah, shit.
What happened to it being your lunch?
But whatever. It's my food. Emmy places her hands on her hips and begins lecturing me.
Did you really forget your dietary plan already? You need to be more conscious of your health, Hisao. What about your heart?
My heart is fine the way it is. Mostly. All I get in response is a roll of the eyes.
I doubt that. You wouldn't be here if that was the case, would you?
The girl's got a point, of course. But I'm not about to concede it. It's not that bad of a heart. Certainly it can handle a little grease now and again. Yeah, sure. And it handled a little running just fine too. Emmy seems unconvinced. Not surprising, as I haven't even managed to convince myself.
Maybe, but not if you're sleeping the day away all the time.
A devious look suddenly crosses her face.
Of course, if you'd been following a routine from the beginning, you wouldn't be in this situation.
Hey, I've had a pretty eventful week, you know. For example, I almost died, and there was a lot of meeting people, and then I was on the roof for a while.
Which is no excuse for slacking off, you know. A little near-death experience, no excuse for skipping basic exercise. Like running in the mornings.
She nods as if something important has just been decided.
So it's settled then. You've seen the error of your ways and are willing to adhere to my routine, right? I'll see you bright and early in the morning. We'll be running, buddies.
You know, you'd already convinced me yesterday that this was a good idea. You don't need to convince me again. Not that I did a good job of being convinced. She's right about eating healthy, after all, and here I am ordering up something grossly unhealthy. But so delicious. There are more important things than deliciousness, aren't there? Like staying alive? If Emmy weren't...
Staying alive.
If Emmy weren't here browbeating me for my poor decision, I'd probably... Hey, wait a second. The sudden question springs to mind. Hey, why the hell have you taken such an interest in my well-being? Emmy shrugs and grins at me.
You're the new guy. I figure you don't have any friends yet, right? Besides, I've caused you all trouble. Besides, I've caused you trouble all week, right? I owe you for not getting angry. And I told the nurse I would anyway. Oh.
Huh. It's stealing my line. Crazy little running girl wants to make me healthy. Well, I suppose there are worse fates. Okay, that sounds... fine. Thanks for your concern. Tomorrow morning, then? I figure that ends the conversation, so I turn to leave.
Not so fast.
I feel a hand on my collar, and in a second I've been yanked backwards. Hey, no need to be so rough. What do you want now? Emmy looks a little almost wounded by my annoyed question.
Thought you could use the company.
Her eyes narrow.
Besides, you were just gonna try sneaking some more of that fried crap, weren't you?
Oh no!
What?
I'm a little worried.
Why?
Was the only person... Did we get an option for each of the girls? We got a either or, right? For each of the girls before this point.
Yeah, we've been nice to all of them.
I feel...
Except for Misha and Shizune, we kind of shunned them.
And I feel like we might have messed up already. Because what if the other option didn't make Hanako run away from the library? Oh no.
Okay, well, let's keep going.
Okay, yes.
Maybe we can
Maybe
get
this
Hanako
is not...
back.
Yeah, okay. Well, I wasn't going to, but now that she mentioned it, that would have been a really good idea. I was not. Another glare. Okay, maybe I was going to get a little... The glares continue. Okay, a lot. Jesus, I'm a danger to myself and others, aren't I? I get done agreeing that I need to be healthier and immediately start considering the next unhealthy habit that comes my way.
I knew it. You can't be trusted.
No, I Oh, that's you. You didn't...
Now I definitely have to stick with you.
This whole situation feels silly. I can only imagine what passerby think of a sight of me being lectured by a tiny girl half my size. Maybe I should just give up for now. Fine, do what you like. I might as well make the best of this. What do you want to do? Emmy thinks for a minute.
Well, I promised Rin I'd stop by her mural. So let's do that.
I confess, I'm slightly curious as to how her mural turned out myself. So again, I consider there are worse fates. I give a nod of assent and find myself almost dragged bodily through the crowd as Emmy races to our destination. By the time we reach the dorms, I can feel my heart pounding. My heart shouldn't be pounding just after just that. I take a few deep breaths, willing myself to calm down. I'm one of the most normal-looking people in the school, but I still have to be here. Sometimes I almost wish I'd lost a hand or something. At least then it'd be obvious that I belong. But instead, I don't even look sick. Even now, trying to catch my breath, I just look out of shape. Emmy looks back and noticed my state of distress.
You're not gonna die on me, are you? Please don't. It'll be all my fault, and I don't want to deal with that kind of guilt. Besides, after the last time, I really don't think I need to see that again. Especially because the nurse will totally say it's all my fault.
Nah, I'm fine. I guess I need to start running after all.
And you wanted to keep eating your greasy whatever it was. See, it's a good thing I found you, right?
Yes, it was. Maybe.
What the fuck?
Well, he says yes, it was to himself, and then he's like, maybe.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't add that I wouldn't be in the state if she hadn't dragged me across the festival grounds. Further conversation is interrupted by a sudden appearance of Rin.
Oh, it's you. Hello, Emmy. Hey, Ren, I brought Hisao along because he was gonna give himself a heart attack.
I was not. My objection goes unnoticed.
We stopped by to see how the mural turned out.
Rin nods slowly.
Well, it's right there. You can see it pretty clearly.
I find myself wondering how long Rin's been standing here in front of the mural. Has anyone even stopped by to look at it? Are we the first ones? Obviously, we're not the first to see it, of course. I mean, it's pretty big. You'd be hard-pressed not to see it. At the same time, I don't think anyone's actually talked to Rin about it. Anyone but us, that is. I feel compelled to say something. It looks pretty good.
I'm still not happy with how it turned out. But I guess it'll do.
She seems almost resigned to it. I'm not sure what she expected as a result, but I guess she didn't quite get there. Oh! We stand in front of the mural, taking it in. I try my best to concentrate on the composition of the thing. It's actually fairly interesting. The colors swoop and blend together, dragging me along with them. It's like a dreamlike there's a dreamlike quality to the whole thing that makes me almost feel sleepy. I try hunting out some of the colors Emmy and I grabbed for her. Try as I might, I can't see any Prussian blue. Oh well. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. My feet start to hurt, but Rin doesn't seem inclined to move. Emmy speaks up.
Hey, Ren, have you eaten? Of course, you can't survive otherwise. What about the past 5 hours? Maybe, but I'm hungry again, so maybe that means I'm wrong.
Emmy grins and claps her hands together.
Good, come get some food with us.
Rin nods in assent.
Okay, but we should hurry before they notice I'm gone.
Somehow, I don't think they'd care. Whoever they are. As we head back to the food stalls, I cast a longing eye over the fried food. No, I better not. I'm pretty sure Emmy wouldn't let me anyway. We find a nice spot on the grass and sit down to eat our purchases. Well, my purchases anyway. Somehow I wound up paying for all the food. Surprisingly, my unfried food is pretty good. Silence falls as Emmy and I eat and Rin stares at something or another, occasionally eating a bite or two of her food. I feel like Rin just gets distracted so easily and just like spaces out. I finish my meal first and lay back in the grass. Emmy glances up from her food.
Tired, Hisao?
A little, I guess.
Well, don't oversleep or anything tomorrow morning. We started morning runs, remember?
Actually, they'd slipped my mind. I was actually just enjoying myself. Wandering around the festival with these two has actually been fun. Yeah, I'll set an alarm.
You better be there. I'll get angry if you aren't.
God forbid.
I don't think God comes into it. Unless there's some kind of freak accident and your alarm clock shorts out. Might be a random act of God.
I don't understand this person.
Well, don't cause any random acts of God then.
A plan forms itself in my mind. It's a plan that makes me feel kind of guilty, but I throw it into execution anyway. Damn it, I've earned a little fried food. And anyway, I'm going to start running tomorrow, right? So the actual routine all starts then, not now. Ergo, the dietary portion starts tomorrow too. Ergo, I can have something unhealthy today. A sort of final farewell to all the stuff I used to eat with wild abandon before the hospital. Actually, I suppose I should head back to my room. I have some homework to do, and if I'm going to run in the morning, I should make it an early night. Those eyes narrowed again.
You sure you're not just gonna sneak off and buy some of that fried stuff over there?
Nah, I'm too full to bother now. I pat my stomach for emphasis. Besides, you two have cleaned me out anyway. Emmy giggles. It's a surprisingly pleasant sound. Another pang of guilt. She's got to know that I'm lying to her, doesn't she? Or is she just that trusting? I kinda feel like a monster.
All part of my master plan, Hisao. Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow morning then. Thanks for the food and keeping us company.
And here I thought she was doing me a favor. Rin nods in agreement.
I won't say see you tomorrow because that would be like predicting the future. And I'm pretty sure I can't do that. Oh my god.
I don't get her, but I love her.
Such a weirdo.
Yeah. Bye, you two. I feel oddly glad I decided to leave my room today. Not a bad way to start my second week here, I suppose. Once I'm sure I'm out of Emmy's line of sight, I make a beeline for the food stands and buy some cake. At least it's not fried, right? It's slightly better than what I was planning to do. I still feel a little bit bad about lying to Emmy, though. She really does seem concerned about my health. I'll make it up to her somehow. Better head back to my room. Hey, I do have work to do. My book waits for me, and I flop onto my bed and read through the fireworks display. Eventually, all the walking around, or more accurately, running around, catches up with me. I really am out of shape. Emmy dragging me out in the morning to run might just be a good thing after all. It's something to look forward to, anyway. You try so hard.
Wow.
Oh. Oh my god, she's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, oh my god.
Wow, he's having fantasies about her?
I think that actually happened.
Huh.
Act 2. Form.